So my collection has mostly designers and niche. If you collect them together, I have a lot more of those than Middle Eastern cheapies. But if I wanted to restart my collection and only start with Middle Eastern fragrances that are affordable, long-lasting, and it'll suit many occasions, these are 10 of those. I think they're 10, but for now, let's just call it 10. Okay, so starting things off with Shiaka Blue. I've been preaching about this fragrance. I will continue to because it's really good. It's around $30, and what you get with this fragrance is something that's shower gel, sweet, musky, masculine, but also long lasting as well. I never get less than 8 hours. Make sure to spray it on clothing. 6 to 8 sprays, and you will literally be set the entire day. If you're looking for something that'll get you compliments and noticed while walking into the office or even school, this will get the job done and some. You guys are talking about a $30 fragrance for 100 mLs. That's an eau de parfum concentration. Let me just double check real quick. Hold on. Don't look at me. That's an eau de parfum concentration for $30 freaking dollars. I used to go to Ross, TJ Maxx, and Marshalls, and to find an eau de toilette that barely gives me 2 hours, I'm spending like $19.99, $25, even $35. Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue at freaking Marshalls is $45, and you'll be lucky to get 4 hours. Bro, trust me, that shit's good. Next one, Haramain Aqua Dubai, Amber Oud Aqua Dubai. The cap on this one is... It completely came apart. But this is such a good citrus, fresh, aromatic scent profile that does remind me a lot of Imagination. It's not exactly the same thing, and really what this one has a little bit more so is this soapy nuance. It's kind of like this soap or a bar of soap that you'll find at a luxury hotel with maybe some tea-infused oils and some citruses. It smells good, it projects, it lasts, and it smells extremely high quality. And it better because the price tag of these are not that cheap. I think it's around $50 or less. Atomizer on this is also pressurized. It smells really good, it looks really good, and it absolutely is compliment worthy. If I were to restart, it would hands down be one of the ones that I would restart with. If you want something that's like really, really close to Imagination, then you're probably better off with some of the other fragrances like Essence de Blanc. But if you want something that's easier, less on that tea, and also Essence de Blanc sometimes can be a little bit expensive or hard to find, this would be the next runner up in my opinion. Next one up, believe it or not, is called Absolute Noir by Australia. Not that expensive, and one of the closest Absolute Aventus style fragrances that you can get your hands on. So it's like Aventus Cologne meets Sauvage Elixir, except with this one, it kind of tones down that spicy barbershop vibe with maybe the inclusion of jasmine and some of the other florals that are in here. It's a really good one. It did get me compliments as well, and I would say truer, a little bit more faint in that barbershop-y nature than Absolute Aventus. I personally love Clip de Nuit Precious and also the Supremacy Collector Edition, but they're all significantly different from each other. And if you're interested to see how well they stack up, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the war video on Absolute Aventus, which, if I'm not mistaken, has now been discontinued. Well, you sell a freaking 1.7 ounce or a 2 ounce for, I mean, it smells really good, but for $345, or yeah, I don't know about all that. It does smell good. I'd buy it again, but I'm an avid collector, so it is what it is. Oh, speaking of Aventus, let me put this back. This is our Moth Odyssey Mega. Fresh, aromatic, sweet, crunchy even. I know it's weird, but that's what I get with this one. It's like those sugar sticks that you get at like carnivals and stuff, rock sugar candy, and that's what I get from this, along with this clean shower blue gel vibe. And hands down, the best fragrance that's inspired by YSL YEDP. It lasts the longest, it gets a scent profile from the top to the dry down, and you do have to spray this one on significantly more than you would normally. You guys, the atomizers on some of these fragrances are not, well, they're all not the same. And this, yeah, you're definitely not gonna get away with 3 sprays, Mr. Undersprayer. Listen, oversprayers, this is like trigger practice. You're gonna literally be here like, that's 4 sprays. I'm not joking, okay? So make sure to spray this one on at least 8 times and it'll last you, it does smell pretty damn good, and it'll last you the entire day. Aside from that, the juice is good, the quality is good, and has to be one of the higher quality smelling Moth fragrances to date. Moving on to the next one, this is called Ocean by Nabil. I grabbed this from Triple Traders, and you can find a lot of these fragrances on Triple Traders, best brand perfumes. Make sure to check out this screen with all these coupon codes so you can save some cash. And you'll find all these fragrances listed down in the description, along with AROMATIX. These are now available on jomashop.com, where you can grab both of these bottles today. Carnal Desire and Royal Taboo, niche presentation, niche juices for $60. And for those of you that did grab it, let us know down in the comment section which one you enjoyed the most. Ocean is this very aquatic, fresh, and slightly woody fragrance that reminds me a lot of Megamare. Except there is some kind of spice that I wouldn't find in Megamare. What I will say is that it's extremely long-lasting, and this will project and absolutely go crazy. Presentation on this is relatively unique. The ship or the boat on here did break, and I kind of like, this will bend, so be careful on that. If not, it'll really hurt somebody. with that. But yeah, Ocean by Nabil, it's worth it. I paid about $40 to $45 getting this at Triple Traders. Use AROMATIX, obviously, but it's a really good, fresh, aquatic, safe blind buy purchase. Absolutely one of the longest lasting ones as well. And it did come out before Lattafa's Atlas, and I would argue and say that this is even stronger. Next one by Riffs, Privé Platinum. This is a fresh, mineralic, and even slightly metallic style of scent profile that's all about this silver aquatic vibe. And it smells a lot like Silver Mountain water. So I'm not the craziest about Silver Mountain water, but I will say the projection of this one and Silver Mountain water smells phenomenal. And more recently, I've been trying to experiment a little bit more so with notes that I didn't really enjoy, like petitgrain. And I've really been enjoying this one a lot more lately. One of the cleanest inspos of Silver Mountain water, and I would personally recommend this one for those of you who enjoy fresh, slightly metallic. This is definitely going to last, project, and potentially even get compliments. Just make sure whenever you're wearing this one, especially during testings, not to go more than about 6 sprays as you're testing it because of that metallic vibe. You really want to get an idea for it. However, from Nusuk, this one's a lot safer, and you can go trigger happy. It's not really going to offend anybody, except it does perform, so don't really go fully trigger happy. It's called Nusuk's Fawah. I love this scent profile. It's got a lemon citrus, a lot of this peat, which is some kind of soil nuance, lavender, and sweetness. This reminds me a lot of Paco Rabanne's Phantom, and the best inspiration of it to date. It's the cleanest, it's the longest lasting, and it's very inoffensive. There's not a single age group that I think this wouldn't fit. Classic barbershop-y scent that's modernized with the sweetness that you find in Paco Rabanne fragrances. This is outstanding and easily one of the best gifting fragrances that you can give away. A hidden gem that you probably haven't seen and you won't see much of. This is called Sheikh Zayed Blue. Very limited, very hard to find, but this throws me back, man, way back to Sauvage EDT. We're talking about its performance, we're talking about its harshness, in every good way. That lemon, the peppers, the citruses, and the enormous projection is what you're gonna get with Sheikh Zayed Blue. Now I understand who's gonna run and go buy a fragrance with a Sheikh's face on there. It doesn't really bother me, but if I was, I don't know. I mean, would I go and buy like, that's interesting. Yeah, I don't know, dude. I guess that's equivalent to me buying like Buddha on a bottle. Like, would I buy a fragrance with Buddha on it? I'd probably not. But if it was really as banging as like AROMATIX said it was, I would consider it, but probably, I don't know. But anyway, Sheikh Zayed Blue. What do you guys think, man? What do you guys think about Sheikh Zayed being on here, bro? This one smells phenomenal. It's the best and the closest to the original Eau de Toilette Sauvage, which in my opinion is a really good fragrance. The next one is pure class. It's called the Arsh by French Avenue. This is lemon meringue pie, but fresh in every way. It's got this lemon mousse vibe, along with some kind of tonka bean sweetness while retaining a freshness. Perfect signature scent. It'll work literally everywhere, from the gym to the office to a date, and it lasts the entire day. It kind of reminds me of something between Platine Privé from Guerlain and Chanel Allure Edition Blanche. I love it. They both have that lemon moussey vibe, and they both smell like straight up class. Last but not least is a curveball, because this is a niche fragrance from a niche Middle Eastern house. It's called Junaid Perfumes Ocean Musk. This brand has been around since 1910. This smells like an aromatic aquatic woody fragrance with touches of sweetness, but a little bit more natural than that. It does dance in a realm of like Invictus Aqua, but a more naturalistic approach. It doesn't have that Paco Rabanne bubblegummy sweet, but it is absolutely sweet. When you smell this one, you will remember the original Invictus Aqua, but this one starts to go a little bit more aromatic, and it's absolutely nuclear in comparison to the original Invictus Aqua. Now, in terms of the first 2 hours is where I got like this nuclear projection, and then it kind of does tone down into something that's more reasonable and normal for those of you who don't enjoy like extremely strong fragrances. But for those of you who do, this is an absolute W, because it's $60 or even $50 on Fragrance Arabia. Use AROMATIX, and that's their main website for here in the States for Junaid Perfumes. So yes, it resembles Invictus Aqua. Some might argue it's even better. I would personally say it's better. It is a little bit more aromatic, slightly more woodsy, and definitely more projecting and performing. It's called Ocean Musk. It's nuclear stuff and compliment worthy galore. I have a pretty crazy amount of fragrances, and if I really wanted to do this again, I probably could. These are 10 that would be great for beginning your collection. My name is Neeb. Thank you for tuning back into AROMATIX, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.